Alrighty, 91.5 WRPI Troy, your everything radio station. Enjoy or not, of course, that is your prerogative. Somewhere in between 16th and Vine. All the tech moguls are making that long journey of pilgrimage to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring of President Donald, hoping to repair their rocky relationship and curry favor to the next administration. I'll tell you a story about one day Sheriff Billy sees Billy Bob walking around town with nothing except his gum belt and his boots. And the sheriff says, "Billy Bob, what the heck are you doing walking around town dressed like that?" And Billy Bob replies, "Well, Sheriff, it's a long story." And the sheriff says, "Well, I've got all day." Billy Bob continues, "Well, Sheriff, me and Mary Lou were on the farm and we started cuddling, and Mary Lou said we should go in the barn there and get up in the hayloft, and well, we got there, we started kissing and cuddling, and things were getting, well, you know, a little carried away, Sheriff." And Mary Lou said, "Well, we should go up on top of the hill," and we did. And we resumed a little kissing and hugging and cuddling, and then Mary Lou said, "Well, you know what? I'm going to take all my clothes off and lay right here in the grass, and you should do the same thing." And well, I took off all my clothes except the gum belt and my boots. And then Mary Lou, who was relaxed now, said, "Okay, Billy, go to town." And life drones on as the old shills kiss the ring of the new sheriff who's come to town. And it's all the same old clowns. The market shites right up, and there's a little left on the other side. Embedded ex-cronies dropping like flies, and the cries of anguish are heard inside Crowbar Hotel. A higher power has taken hold, and the empire of those now in the dirt is bursting at the seams. And the echoes of change in this life that drones home on, while the old skills kiss the ring, the old shills kiss the ring of the new king at dawn. And the new sheriff rides high with a gleam in his eyes as the markets rise and the whispers sigh. Oh, sweet moment to behold, the tales of a broken begin to unfold, with the guillotine blade so fierce and bold, the lopping off ties where the old shadows grow. Ex-cronies scatter like the leaves in the breeze, while the cries of anguish swirl through the trees. And in the Crowbar Hotel they huddy and please, they huddle and please, they huddle and plead for a higher power's pardon, if you please. Oh, it's a sweet moment to behold the tales of a broken begun to unfold, with the guillotine's blade so fierce and true, lopping off ties of the old shadows where they grew. And a life drones on, and the empire crumbles of those who had it all, as the freedom bell rings announcing their fall, and the echoes of change sung out on the weary land. With each note of justice the heartbeat repeats. So gather round if you choose, all of us dreamers and fools. Yeah, I'm a dreamer, I'm always dreaming. Sleep is the best part of my day. Rise your voice high and let it break on all the rules. Yes, break not all the rules, for hope is a river that never runs. Never runs, never runs dry. As we stand together, we'll reach the sky. Oh, it's a sweet moment to behold. The tales of the broken begin to unfold, with the guillotine's blade so fierce and so bold, lopping off ties where the old shadows grew. And in this life the drones hum on, but the seeds of the new have begun to be sown, with a whisper of change on the winds passing by. Let's raise up together our spirits on high. Oh, it's a sweet moment to behold. The guillotine's razor-sharp blade severs another evil head. The freedom bell rings out loudly through the promised land. Oh, if I had a hammer and I had a sickle, if I had an anvil and if I had a brain, I wouldn't be doing this. Well, being a real hillbilly and a half redneck, this is how I get things done. I call up the sheriff's office and I say, "Is this the sheriff?" And the sheriff will say, "What can I do for you?" "Well, I'm calling to report about a neighbor, Virgil Smith. He's hiding marijuana inside his firewood. Don't quite know how he gets it inside them logs, but he's hiding it there." And the sheriff might say, "Thank you very much, sir." Next day, sheriff and his deputies descend on Virgil's house and they search the shed where the firewood is kept. Using axes, they bust open every piece of wood, but they find no marijuana. And they sneer at Virgil and leave. And shortly the phone rings at Virgil's house, and the hairman is calling Virgil. "Hey, Virgil, this is Hairman. Did the sheriff come?" "Yep, he did." "Did he chop your firewood?" "Yep." "Well, happy birthday, Virgil, that's what I'd say." Which reminds me of a friend of mine who knew someone was stealing stove wood off his hardwood pile. So he drilled some holes in some of the logs and put sticks of dynamite in there and plugged the ends with some wooden dowels and placed them right on top of the pile. And a few days later, there was heard a loud explosion across the valley. A wood stove blew up and a house done burned. Honor and pleasure to be with you here today. It's the Hairman, making whatever the Hairman does, right here at 91.5 WRPI Troy, your everything radio station. Enjoy. Yes, sirree, golly.